On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt. With no return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. First carry for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Well, this defense for the Bills, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 8. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. Mayfield now. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Bills force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And that's on the guard, Cody Ford. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by John Johnson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. From the 38, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. We're scoreless after 1. Chubb. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Take it in at the 3.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And Diggs has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To the air, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Landry now on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Back deep is Micah Hyde. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Landry, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Squeeze, double. Alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, alert 33.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Steps away to his left. There's Beckham. Great grab. And all the way down to the 9. A big play that time for Cleveland. Always a benefit to have a quarterback that can roam outside of the pocket, make that throw, and I guess it's helpful to have a guy that can come down with a ball like that.
All of that ties in together perfectly. Imagine being on the other side of the ball, though. You think you get...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Allen.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second and 10.
And again, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A first down throw for Mayfield. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 41, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going, and when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
On 2nd down, here's Allen.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
On first down, Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 36, Allen. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Allen now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Now they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got a good...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield being chased out left.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Chubb running right. Open space inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Hey, watch this.
Chubb will get the call, running left. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They set up the screen to Chubb. He juked him, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. A give running right is Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He dumps it off to Barkley.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Allen. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.